All right, well, welcome to Duchesne High School. In Duchesne tonight, I am Kurt Skews along with Merlin Rasmussen for the matchup between the Altamont Longhorns and the Duchesne Eagles. We're glad to have them down on a pretty brisk night in Duchesne, but it's probably not near as cold as it is up in Altamont, so I'm okay being here, Merlin.
That's good, yes. That field in Altamont can get very cold and chilly.
You know, they played the JV game there last night. I was out of town working, but my kid played in, and I was like, how was that? He goes, it was so cold, Dad. He says, it was pretty tough to make a tackle just because I was so cold. I was like, man, when I was a junior, we played in a foot of snow up there, so I says, don't quit complaining to me.
Yeah,
so
that can happen real easy.
It could be way worse. So, you know, we got a good night. It's probably mid-40s, low 40s right now, so we're good. I mean, it's just fall. It's football season.
It's football weather.
So let's talk a little bit about the keys of the game tonight. I'll let you talk since you're from Altamont, Merlin.
The head coach, Ben Felder, he didn't make any specific comments, but most of the year his comments have really been about execution, and particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Early on they had a lot of penalties, a lot of miscues, jumping off sides, false start type of penalties. So that's been a thing they've really worked on, is the execution part of the game, and wanting to do that. And defensively, their issue all year has been giving up big plays and missed tackles. So I know I have a son that plays on the Altamont team, and he talks every night when he comes home from practice. They worked on tackling. So hopefully we can see it here tonight. That would be a great way to end the regular season.
Yeah, it would. You know, that's the key to anything. You know, it's just the basics, the tackling, execution. Talking to Coach Cowan a little bit before the game, he says, you know, play at a high level. You know, Duchesne right now is they're trying to peak right now. You know, and Altamont they've struggled a little bit this year, so they don't want to take this game for granted. That's for sure. So he wants to come out, play at a high level. All the kids work on the little things. You know, like you said, at the first of the season, Altamont had to struggle with penalties and things like that. We were so penalized at the first of just drove Coach Cowan nuts. Yeah. Turnovers. You know, make tackles, that's the thing. You know, no penalties, no turnovers, make the tackles when you need to. And then third of all, like last week when we played Wayne, he says, you know, each kid be ready to play.
Yeah.
You know, from varsity through your smallest freshman, which happens to be my kid on the team, you know. So, you know, it ought to be a good game. There's something about the rivalry, you know.
That's the thing, and, you know, I was at Union for several years, 10 years on the sideline as a coach, and UNA was our big rivalry, and it didn't matter how good one team was and how poor the other team was, or vice versa. That rivalry game always
brings out something.
Yes,
absolutely.
It can always do that. And, you know, I've been a part of the Altamont program for the last few years, and they look forward to this game. If you look at it on paper, and Duchesne's definitely the team favorite in this, but like I say, anything can happen in a rivalry game.
You know, looking up, my brother actually sent this to me on the Deseret News, the Phelps Facts.
Mm-hmm.
It says, you know, about the week's most played rivalries with a minimum of 50 games. And in here, Duchesne and Altamont was the third one there. It says Duchesne and Altamont face off for the 68th time in an interrupted series that began in 1973. The Eagles have a 15-game win streak over Altamont and lead the series 40-27.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a big rivalry. We're glad to be playing them, and
yeah, it's been quite lopsided lately. I think 15 years.
15 years.
So
yep.
I mean, they're due.
they are due. We'll see. You know, but you come out, you play the game, and see what happens.
Yeah, that's all you can do, and you know they want to end the season strong, and both teams will be going into the playoffs. And you guys will be hosting. I believe is it Monticello you'll be hosting?
Either Monticello or Milford. I'm not exactly sure which one. You know, so we've got the captains out there. We'll see what they're doing. Right here, looks like Altamont's going to receive on the north end zone. So I'm excited for the game, Merlin.
Yeah, me too. Of course, I'm always excited for football.
Oh,
even though it's not Friday, it's still under the lights, and it's football. So Wednesday night lights works just as well as Friday night lights.
I'm okay with that. Yep. So let's go take a break real quick, and we'll be back for probably the anthem and the kickoff, and we'll get ready to play a little ball.
Perfect.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
All right, we are back live. We just had the national anthem sung by Coach Cowan's young daughter, Chloe. Looks to me like we're going to do, maybe they're not doing senior night type stuff. Maybe they'll do that at halftime. I'm not exactly sure. But it looks like we're getting ready to play, which I'm ready to go.
Duchesne High School football as
Yes, let's get it on.
So who are the big players for Altamont this year? I really haven't been able to follow them. I've been following the Eagles. And
Their quarterback's number 25, Zach Hansen, and his two main running backs are number 3, McKay Foy, and number 22, Wyatt Jessen.
Oh.
And then Parker Rust has been their top outside receiver.
Okay. How old is Parker?
Parker's a junior.
Okay. It's fun, all these names I know.
Yeah.
I played against most of their dads. So.
Yeah, and Parker started the season at quarterback, and then about game 3 they made the switch, and since game 4, Zach has been in at quarterback, and Zach's a junior as well.
So there, making just a few notes. I'm sure that all these things will be a little more knowledgeable by the end of the game.
Exactly. It takes a few minutes, but then you usually get it pretty good.
So you know, Duchesne, our quarterback is Spencer, and then they swap out with Skews and Polson at fullback, and the wings. They swap out. I mean, they've got a lot of weapons. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
I like that number 81 at quarterback. You don't see that too often.
Number. No. So Lewis with the kickoff.
So
kind
it's
of a
going to be
low
one of the up backs
like
taking
McKay.
that. No, that's Foy. Foy's going to
get taken down by Kilbasa. Kenyon in there. So, you know, our two middle linebackers, you got Skews 43 and Kilbasa 54 is a pretty intense middle linebacking crew. And then you got Polson at the outside. And it has been, oh, heck, what's his name? He dislocated his shoulder up there.
Is that the Lamborn kid?
The Lamborn kid dislocated his shoulder up in Rich, and so he's set out the last couple of games. But pretty good linebacking crew.
They'll start out with Hansen under center, split backs, Foy and Jessen behind him. Marks out the signals and will give to Foy. No, it's going to be a counter pass out to Foy. Foy gonna break one tackle and looks like about 7 or 8 yards.
Polson was out there. He slipped through his tackle. He's usually a pretty sure tackler. So.
And Foy, just as a sophomore, he runs hard. Looks like he's going to gain 9, so it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, your grandma was my neighbor. My other neighbor was Mike's dad. Or
exactly.
McKay's dad. So I've known McKay since he was born.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're going to go I formation now.
So is that Wyatt in the backfield then?
Yeah, Wyatt's the lineup as a halfback and McKay at the fullback, and they swap.
Do they?
Yeah.
There goes McKay right up the middle, nothing.
Nothing doing on that little trap.
Looks like Verduzco was in on the tackle there, number 52.
And he's one of the seniors, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep, number 52, Aaron Verduzco.
Seems like he's been playing for about 8 years. So
Aaron, you know, I've this team right here, I started coaching this senior team when they were 4th graders. And so I come up all the way through junior high with this team, and just real good kids.
Hansen once again will go under center, 3rd and a long 2. And going to go to the toss sweep to Jessen. Jessen will cut it up inside, and I don't think he's going to get there. It's going to be awfully close. Will depend on the spot.
So I think Verduzco was there, Skews was there, Kilbasa, just a whole slew of them in there on that tackle.
Looks like a lot of team speed on defense for the Eagles.
They're surprisingly fast.
Yeah.
Extremely strong. At the first of the season, Coach Cowan, you know, we lost some pretty good athletes last year, some real speed. But coming into this season, Coach Cowan said out of all the teams that he's coached in his 10 years being here, this is the strongest team that he's ever had, which is pretty crazy.
You know, we were talking before the game here, and was talking about the weightlifting program and how Coach Cowan has stressed that. And
oh, man.
And, you know, it's, as you were talking, you coaching these kids since they were in 4th grade, this group of seniors, I had them when they were in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we actually beat you guys one time.
Oh.
Down here.
Yes,
and,
you did.
You know, at that age, there wasn't a major difference in this, but the weightlifting, the strength has been the biggest thing.
You know, at that age, you guys were bigger than us.
Yeah.
I mean, they grow fast in Altamont. Yeah. They really do. They grow really fast, and then we catch them.
Yeah, and it's the lifting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we now got a coach that's in the school. We've got a good weightlifting program started, and And our younger grades are really getting into that.
I love
it. It's coming.
I love the thoughts of that
Yes.
happen. I hear nothing but good things coming from up in Altamont.
Me
and
too.
I love to hear it.
So 4th down and short, they're going to go for it. Either that or try and draw them off sides.
Try them off sides, and I don't think it's going to happen. Yep, timeout.
That's discipline right there. I'm sure that's worked on multiple times in every practice.
Coach Cowan, absolutely, that was one of the things. Penalties. Don't have the penalties. So we'll probably just stay here.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the game last week with Wayne,
Uh-huh.
and even though they were winning big, you'd have thought watching the game without looking at the score that they were losing the way Coach Cowan was coaching on the sidelines.
Oh, boy. One of the things, we were talking a little bit before the game about what it takes to build a program. Coach Cowan, throughout this whole summer, had a football program from 3rd graders through 8th graders that they went 3 times a week and just working on agility, speed, those kinds of things, just football things. And he knows every kid from the 3rd grade program through his seniors.
And that means a lot, as Hansen will punt it.
Polson's going to return it. He's going to come to the right. Uh-oh. He's going to return this because there is a wall. There's nobody going to – oh, maybe.
Hansen might get him out of bounds. Nope. Dylan Good there to help finish him off, but it'll be 1st and goal.
They worked on that. They run that exact same thing last weekend. Clay Giles returned one. Come up. I was just like, uh-oh. Here it comes. I mean, Wayne didn't have – nobody even got close to him because this wall, watch it how they block this thing.
They do a great job. The Altamont outside gunner just gets pushed way inside, and you can't have that.
No. And then he just got caught up.
Yeah.
Just not fast enough. So the Eagles are going to come out now. We'll have Spencer under center. Looks like Skews is a fullback. You got Polson at the wing, and Jaron Mortensen, who was just a sophomore, at the wing. And you got Lewis spread out to the right. My guess is it's either going to Skews or they're going to throw it up to Lewis. This close. Yep, just like that. Good defensive play right over there.
That's Cason Abbott.
Oh.
You don't see number 54 at corner very often, but
that's Cason, huh?
That's Cason Abbott. Yep.
I know his dad too.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Cason. He's a junior. So is Steven your nephew? Steve Johns?
Steve's my nephew. Chad Lewis, one they just threw it to, is my brother-in-law.
Okay.
So yeah, I say all these kids. I mean, they're just like little, like my own.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming.
So back at the wing tee, gonna roll out, gonna throw it to Lewis this time and touch. Oh, good play by Abbott.
Able to knock it out right there at the end. So
Chad's pretty sure-handed. So I mean, if he's not gonna catch that, that means playing pretty good defense. It looked to me like he almost punched it out.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too as I was watching it here on the monitor.
It's sure nice having this monitor here to see replays and things like that, isn't it?
I struggled last week being able to read Rich's number, and then I watched it on the monitor later, and I thought, man, people probably think I can't see, because probably think I'm going to be an official next if I keep looking like that.
Oh, there goes Skews right up the middle and is going to score.
Skews with the carry and the score.
So Skews with a, what was that, about a 5-yard run?
Yeah.
5 yards for Skews. For the touchdown.
Just nice hesitation there by Skews as there was good penetration by the Longhorns, but he just kind of let it go by and showed good patience, and in he went. So left-footed kicker on.
Yeah, this kid's a freshman. He's a big freshman.
He's a big
Jose
freshman.
Guerrero.
And that's a nice kick through.
So 9.5 minutes left. Let's take a break, and we'll be back for the kickoff.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be, because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
All right, hey, we are back with 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. The Eagles are up 7-0 on a 5-yard run by Skews. We're getting ready for the kickoff. Lewis will be doing the kick, and Lamborn usually is our kicker, but like I said, with him being out with his shoulder.
They expect him back next week?
Yeah, absolutely, yep. His shoulder wasn't super bad. Verduzco actually dislocated his shoulder in the game against Leighton Christian. No, I can't even remember. But he dislocated his shoulder and was out for a couple of weeks, but his took a lot more to get back in than Lamborn's. Lamborn's took his pads off and his popped back in, so it wasn't super, super bad, or at least we're hoping.
Yeah.
So who you got back?
It is Foy and Jessen. Looks like it's going to be Foy again, about the 10. He'll get across the 20 and cut back across the 25. Made it past one line of Eagles, but will not get past the second. Get out about the 32-yard line. Looks where they'll
pretty good run
take over. That's not a bad return.
No, absolutely not.
See if they could get some offense going here, as they had a nice 9-yard completion on first down, but then the Eagles stuffed them on their next two running plays.
So how long have you had this coach here?
This has been second year. Coach Felder, this is his second year, yeah.
Well, good. Where did he come from?
This is his first coaching job. He'd went to school at Dixie down in Cedar City. He's originally from South Carolina. As that give to Jessen will go nowhere.
Had Giles and Skews in on the tackle there. Case and Giles and Steven Skews in there on the tackle with a loss of a couple. Met right at the line of scrimmage.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 12.
Once again tonight, if you see an officer,
Hanson will bring the Longhorns up to the line. Receivers to both sides, split back formation.
They all sacrifice.
Long count, drops the ball
on the ground,
and
I think he got back on it.
Got back
somebody
on it.
did.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Is that Jessen 22?
Yes, Wyatt Jessen.
It says Emmett on there.
Yeah, I don't know why they have that on there, but Wyatt's what I've always known him as.
That's what I've known him as too,
yeah.
And that's what I call him, and he answers. So I'm good with that.
Yeah,
great kid. I sure like Wyatt. Most of these kids I know and have known since they were little, and
exactly.
I just think the world of them.
3rd down and very long. Lane Benson will come across in motion. Hanson back to pass. He's going to throw out towards Benson, and just in front of him it'll be incomplete. So it'll bring up 4th down and long, and a putting situation for the Longhorns.
And even if he makes that catch, he's not going too far. There was 3 Eagles closing the distance pretty quick. Yeah, one thing about, Coach Cowan is so good with these kids, so disciplined, and has them in all the right places.
Yeah. Helping coach the last 3 years up at Altamont, I watched a lot of Eagle film, and they're very disciplined, and you very rarely see them make a mistake.
Well, you didn't watch the first of our season then.
Those were the last 3 years.
Oh, okay. Because there was a lot of mistakes at the first of this season. Yeah. So, but while we got a second here, let's thank some of our sponsors, Merlin. L&L Motor is the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Visit their new Buick GMC full-service store in Vernal. We were talking a little bit before the game how lucky we are here in the Basin to have VTV, and Strata bring these games to us, all the games. It's kind of tough. This setup that they have here is great.
Yeah.
The other one's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Calling by yourself and stuff like that, but it's it's great to be able, I get texts from people watching the game from all over the state and sometimes all over the country. And so back to pass was Spencer going to Lewis, and nothing happening there. Incomplete there. So, like I said, I got people watching. I've got my sister down in Millard County that watches these games all the time. You worked with her.
I did. Taught with her for a couple years.
Her and her son Hayes are down there watching, so we'll just give them a little bit of a shout out and say thanks for watching.
Last year I was in Tabiona doing one of the basketball games, and they come over and ask if I would say hi to the coach's daughter. She was back in Missouri watching
Nice.
on the internet. So
This
we're going to have
Uh-oh.
offsides there by the Longhorns. I believe that was 59 Cody Miles that jumped early.
Cody's the big red-headed one, huh?
Yes, he is.
Okay, yep, I know Cody. Wow, it almost looks like the sticks moved a little.
That's about a 7-yard penalty.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No.
Oh, he's going to cut up. That's Polson. He's going to
be just short of that first down.
Yep, made a cut. Uh-oh. Comes a flag in. Looks like it's going to be probably a personal foul somewhere.
Unsportsmanlike against the Longhorns. Somebody coming in late, it looks like.
Yep. Pushing down on his helmet.
Yeah.
I think what the.
I didn't catch a number there.
Nope. You know, that's one of the things that you don't want in this type of a game. You got to not let the emotions get to it. Even though it is, it's a huge rivalry, 68th time. And,
yep.
And, geez, what was it? Almost 30 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So they, composure, and it's tough for 16, 17-year-old kids to keep their composure, but they need to do that.
Absolutely. Especially with social media.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's been a lot of trash talk going on this week. He better get out of the way.
Throw. He's going to go down. Ball's on the ground.
And the Longhorns are going to pick it up.
I think that's going to be recovered. 68. That is 66, Andrew Brotherson there with the recovery. You mentioned you're related to most everybody on the team. That's my nephew.
Andrew is?
Yeah, so my son's 67.
Okay.
So
me and Andrew are pretty good friends.
Yeah.
Kid cracks me up.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Fumble recovery there. Longhorns will take over. It'll be about the 31-yard line, looks like. They'll send Parker Rust wide to the left. Lane Benson here to the near side. Split backs behind the quarterback, Hansen. He will look to pass. A little play-action pass. That could be
Polson.
close to be an interception.
6, wasn't it?
Yep, that was the same play. They ran the opening play of the game for that 9-yard completion. And Polson was not fooled this time.
No, he was not.
He was right there.
He was looking for that one, wasn't he?
He was ready to get that.
So what do we got? 2nd and 10 again. We got just over 7 minutes left.
I formation this time. And going to be a little toss trap inside. Foy with the carry, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard.
Not sure who that was in there on that tackle.
It was a 57.
Oh, it was 57? Is there one out there?
I saw Meller, Dominic Meller.
And I don't think that was him. Maybe it was. He's just a freshman. He's a new kid that just moved in here.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Longhorns. I'm going to send twin receivers out to the quarterback's left. Split backs. Hansen will drop back. He looks, fires. That's going to be intercepted.
Intercepted by Chad. Lewis comes up. Kid's got some hops, and has got pretty good hands.
Pretty good sized kid. How tall is he?
I think Chad's about 6'2", 6'3".
Looks like a pretty tall kid out there.
He is.
Oh, he read that beautifully. Come right off his coverage. And
who was that was intended?
It was intended for Rust.
Parker.
And Parker coming and made the tackle. But so those trade turnovers looks like about the same field position that the Eagles started the drive before.
Yes. So looks like we got Polson at fullback this time, and Giles and Clay's going to cut it up, get to the outside, and probably be gone to the races because he's pretty fast.
Might have got pushed out of bounds, right close.
Right about the 2 or 3.
And that's been the Longhorns' problem all year long has been big plays that. There not a lot of teams have just picked up first down after first down and moved down the field. They really haven't. It's been big plays like that has cost them in games.
You know, that play right there, Clay has busted quite a few of those this season.
He has good speed, like you said.
Clay's quick. He's quick. He's shifty. Doesn't like to get hit, which I don't blame him.
Who does?
Yeah, no kidding.
Looks like he's going to score that time.
Touchdown.
And there's the touchdown.
Was that him again? Was that Giles?
That was, yep.
Yep, Clay Giles on that. So, let's see.
For Giles. Clay Giles.
Just jumps in there and he follows Polson right through. It's a good run there. He likes to get out to the outside and just run.
Yeah. He did a nice job there cutting up. And
yeah, he did.
I guess when you smell that end zone, you'll take a little contact.
And Guerrero missed that one. So let's take a break and we'll be back ready for the kickoff. So Eagles up 13-0.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School tonight, where the Eagles are up 13-0 with 6:06 left in the first quarter and ready to kick off. So, Merlin, what do you think the Altamont's got to do to be able to get a little bit of offense going?
Well,
not to put you on the spot.
You know, I think in a lot of their games, they've had the most success running leads and counters when they're running straight at people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have great quickness, as that'll go to Foy, about the 15. He'll come across the 20 and they'll cut back and going to be hit hard.
Right there.
That was
Kenyon.
Is that Kilbasa?
Kilbasa. He's made all 3 tackles there.
He gets down there quick and makes a play.
He's big and he's fast. Yep. He's surprisingly fast for
a
Kenyon.
big kid.
Yeah.
Just got to score Wasatch 28, UNA 0.
I've been out of town working all week, got back, and I was driving, our shop's just right over here. I drove by, and all these gold helmets are out on our field, and I'm like, what the heck? Who is that? Wasatch stopped here and did a little practice.
That'll be caught by Lane Benson, but he's going to get decked right as he catches it.
Ammon Grell on the tackle there.
Well, it'll only be a completion of a yard. But as I was saying, they don't have great speed on the outside, so running straight north and south has been the best thing
bet for them.
But that's going to be difficult with the strength of this Eagle defense.
It is. You know, that front line with Aaron Verduzco and Jack Roberts is pretty tough. And then if they get past them, you got Kilbasa and Skews in there that are about as good a linebacking core as you probably got in the state. So here comes a little counter right up the middle, and that's not going anywhere.
Foy on the carry, and that's 57 again.
I think that's Betts. I think.
There's Tyler Betts. Okay,
yeah,
there's 2 57s.
Okay, yeah. Okay. He's the one they call Bama. That's just. I didn't even know his name until this year, and I read it. And I'm like, who's that? Oh, that's Bama. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
I was going to be a little worried if that was just a freshman making a kind of plays.
Yeah, you know what, though? We'll have the Ford boys be coming in here shortly that actually do play a lot of varsity. They're two young freshmen. They're identical twins. And the only way I can tell, here comes the Altamont
reverse.
double
We're going to run a reverse pass. It's going to be short, intercepted. A little trickery there.
But the Eagles knew it was coming and had been prepared for it through the week. And
is that Lamborn that was on the coverage there, number 20, or not Lamborn?
Polson.
20?
22. I think it was 22,
I think
wasn't
it was 20.
Oh, it was 20? Ammon Grail.
Grail, yeah.
Okay, there's 22 right there coming in.
He just did a nice job, saw it coming, and dropped right back into his zone.
Into where he needed to be.
Didn't panic, just did his job. Didn't worry that somebody else wasn't there.
It's like Polson's back at the fullback position. They're going to run a little counter right up the middle. Pretty good defensive. That's right there.
That play has killed Altamont over the years. We worked on that play time and time again, and it still would go against us. And I think if it's ran enough tonight, they'll score. They'll get big yardage on it.
And they don't usually run that play right off the bat. Usually
one of those you save till the second half.
That you save up and run and get everybody flowing and then come back. So that was Ammon, not getting much of a break here. Uh-oh, here comes
throwing deep and
to Mortensen. That Benson that made the tackle.
Yep, Lane Benson on the tackle, number 1.
Mortensen, just like I said, just a sophomore.
This offense, this wing T that Duchesne runs, it's the kids know it so well because they've been running it since they were third graders.
It's kind of funny, who is that? Oh, that's Polson going up the middle, huh? Third and fourth we run fairly basic. Fifth and sixth it gets a little more. Sixth and seventh we throw in a little bit. Seventh and eighth grade they start throwing in just a little bit of a version of the wing T. And so, by the time they get to freshman, they know a little bit about it. And then I've watched Coach Cowan, and, man, he's like, oh, yeah, it's just simple. He goes, you do this. And what are you talking about, dude? I said, that stuff's going way over my head.
As a high school offense, it's very effective.
Well, there goes Polson right up the middle and is going to score.
Touchdown for Polson for the Eagles.
So with 3:06 to go here in the first quarter, the Eagles will take a 19-0 lead. Just a handoff right up inside, and Polson.
That's been all three of their scores.
Yep,
is that play right there.
Just right up inside.
So Guerrero on the kick. It's so funny watching Jose. He gets all nervous and his fingers are twitching, and that one looks good to me.
It is indeed good. So that'll make it 20-0. And with that, we'll go ahead and send it back for a quick break.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with
All right, welcome back. With just over 3 minutes to go, the Eagles are up 20-0 and ready to kick off again. Looks like Lewis will be ready to kick in again.
All three kicks have gone to Foy.
Yes, they have.
Right between the 10 and the 15-yard line. He puts a boot into that one. It's going to hit on the ground. Parker Rust is going to dribble it.
And then just get on the ball.
I don't know if he got on it or not. Looked like Wyatt Jessen may have got on it, or maybe it's an Eagle. It bounced around.
From where I'm at, I got no idea.
I think Wyatt did jump on top of it there. So
doesn't look to me like Wyatt's grown much since last year.
No, and he actually didn't set out last year. He had some head concussion issues, and so he didn't play last year.
We were kind of surprised to even see him playing because of that.
He really wanted to.
Really?
He really wanted to play, and he's been healthy all
Has it?
season,
Good.
and that's been a good thing.
Good, because you know, as much as I like high school football, there's a lot of life after it.
There is a lot of life after it, is right.
That is one of the best kids that I know is Wyatt.
He's a very good kid. Split backs behind Hanson. And
Go
he's
right
going to run
up
a little
the middle.
sneak. He'll get a few.
I think he was upended by Skews right there. See, this number 26 is one of those Ford boys that's coming in, one of the freshmen. And in fact, they're the youngest two. I'm sure they are the youngest kids on the team. They just turned 14 in August.
Wow.
Yeah, they are young, but tough. Oh, my goodness, they're tough.
Are they move-ins? Are they from here?
They've been here since, like, 4th grade. They live out in Fruitland.
Oh,
that
toss
ball's
sweep, and
on
it's dropped, kicked around, and
I'm not exactly sure who came up with that ball.
looks like either 20.
Grail got it.
Looks like Grail, yep. He comes up with it, so
McKay slipped on that, just coming out.
just
Steve,
off of Wyatt's back shoulder. Toss a little behind off the back shoulder, so that'll be the third turnover for the
That's tough.
Longhorns. The Eagles have scored on the other two with 2:11 in the first quarter. They lead 20-0. Lewis they send out wide.
Yep, and Skews is in at fullback this time. They just swap him, and
We're gonna have that's going to be Brotherson jumping off this time. Little anxious. We'll see if this one's a 5 or a 7-yarder. It kind of looks like more like the 7, but maybe the 6.
I think
So-
I think they're getting shorter because
Yeah.
I don't think it was quite as
Quite
long
as
as the last one.
It could be our angle, but I don't know.
Boy, that one was
It's a long ways.
that was a generous spot.
Yes. Big feet by that umpire.
There was that little counter right up the middle that you were.
He's going to score once again.
25.
So that'll be 26 still here in the first quarter. We'll have a chance to go to 27. It's like the Altamont middle linebacker ran into the umpire.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. So that's good. That's good running. Use that 12th blocker out there.
Use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
And be honored at halftime.
Oh, wow. Oh, and it's blocked.
That was a nice job by the holder to
Yes,
even
that
get
was.
that up off the ground to have an attempt, but it is blocked. So 2:02 to go here in the first quarter. It's Duchesne 26, Altamont 0. We'll go ahead and take it back for a quick break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
All right, welcome back to Duchesne High School. We've got just over 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Eagles are up 26-0. Lewis looks like he's teeing the ball up, ready to kick again.
So once again, the Eagles able to capitalize off of a Longhorn turnover.
Yeah, that's a killer. I mean, disheartening, you name it, that just hurts when you give up the ball 3 times and then they score on those 3 turnovers. That's tough.
I don't have any stats up here, but I would dare say the Eagles probably don't have 100 yards of offense in this.
No, everything's
been down there.
been inside
I mean,
the
they
20.
scored the first one from what, the 2?
Yeah.
After the long punt return.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be fielded by
That's to
Jessen. He'll pick it up off the bounce, and he'll break a tackle.
Oh,
Flag going to come
flag
in.
Most likely
like
a face,
holding,
a face
either
mask,
face mask or
probably.
holding. Yeah, look, I mean, there wasn't anybody really close there to hold. Wyatt grabbing his face mask, so it might be a face mask. We'll see.
That would be my guess, just the way that it came in. Somebody, as he's going down,
Yeah.
wrapping up, and probably just grabbed the face mask a
It
little
is
bit.
just the 5-yard variety there.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he
okay.
didn't. He just did the face mask, not the personal foul. So
Yeah, that would have been just my guess from the way
Yeah.
that the play was going.
Score in Juab 13, Union 0 as well. Longhorns with just under 2 minutes to go, 153. Looking to get some offense going here. I formation. And a toss to Foy. Foy's going to try the corner. He's going to cut up, and he's going to he brought down. Skews was there.
Skews and Mortensen. Mortensen played it great. Got off two blocks. Almost looked like he got held, and got through there and turned him back to the center. And Skews was right there to clean things up. And so great play by number 2, Mortensen. That kid has been just unbelievable. He's kind of big for his age. Was really big as a freshman.
Just a sophomore, huh?
Yeah, but tough as they come. He's just a great ball player.
Give inside.
And not going anywhere. Verduzco goes in there on that tackle.
Will not let go.
Wrapped him up, and I think that he almost, instead of going for the tackle, was trying to rip
Get
the ball out.
Yep.
We'll see what they do
Yeah.
as far as marking the ball. Just shy of the 25.
It'll be third and looks like about 17 for the Longhorns.
For the Longhorns. Again, 5th and 6th graders.
So
if you're on the football team, you need to be near the field. Coaches, get them rounded up. Get 'em
Third
over
down
there, please.
coming up.
I formation. Twin receivers out to the left. And a throw out to Benson, and he's
No good.
knocked away right there at the last.
By number 34, Dakota Young, who is also just a sophomore.
Came up from that free safety spot, read it well, and knocked it down.
The kid's got some serious speed. Some serious closing speed on that. So played the ball well, though. I mean, he's been known to get beat. And I think it's just inexperience, just being a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Polson and Giles back to return.
Hansen will do the kicking.
Oh, and it's blocked.
Blocked there.
They're going to pick it up.
Pick it up and run it in.
Picked up by Gatlin Thompson. Blocked by number 13. I think that's Sergio. Anaya gets the block, and Gatlin Thompson picks up the ball, bounces right into his hand, or didn't really bounce, he just picked it up.
Yep.
Usually those aren't fielded real smooth. Gatlin Thompson on that score right there.
So that'll make it 32. Oh, looks like they're waiting for the ball.
Well, he thought he was going to go ahead and keep the ball.
Yeah. Well, I think they wanted the Eagle ball for the PAT. So, yeah. The ball boy made the referee move a little bit for it, and he didn't come up with the catch.
And looks to me
That's
like
good.
that
It
was
is
good.
So that'll make it 33-0 with just 12 seconds to remaining in the first quarter. We'll go ahead and take a timeout.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening, Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
All right, folks, we're back. With just 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter with the kickoff coming from the Eagles.
Longhorn kick return teams had the most action of anybody out there tonight.
Yes, they have. See where Kilbassa's at. He's down here on the near side of
That's
the
who I was
side.
looking for.
You're looking for number 54. I'm going to watch him the whole time and see where he's at. Oh, got a little air under that one.
Oh, bounces off one, Benson, and
the
looks
Eagles
like
look like they picked it up.
And that may have been Kilbassa.
It's Lewis.
Nope.
Oh, no, it's Mortensen.
Mortensen, 2. Yep,
Mortensen
2.
with the recovery.
So another turnover for the Longhorns will give the Eagles
really good
field position. They have not run a play inside their own territory tonight, I don't believe.
No.
41-yard line.
So just 6 seconds left to go. The Eagles
are going to come up and try and get this thing up to 35 and let the clock run.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't go till the second half? It's like Skews is at fullback. Got Grell in motion.
Throw
a
little screen to the
right
backside.
here.
He's wide open.
And there goes Mortensen, and he looks like he's going to score.
Touchdown.
As the clock runs out, Mortensen, a little screen pass from about 30 yards out.
31 yards for Mortensen from the pass from Spencer.
Well-designed play and
Absolutely.
very well executed there.
I was talking to one of my boys today that was on the 7th and 8th grade team that I helped coach, and he says, Dad, I think this screenplay will go tonight. And it was that play right there. So good call, bud.
Yeah, yeah. It went.
What's good is that he's paying attention.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Thinks,
that's a great thing.
Sometimes I wonder about him. Oh, that one got a little air and no good.
No good.
So 39-0 at the end of one. We'll go ahead and take a break.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
All right, hey, welcome back, folks. What we got out here is the 5th and 6th grade Super Bowl Basin champs. You know, last Saturday they played another repeat of this game where Altamont and Duchesne were in the finals together, and Duchesne came out on top of that game. First game of the season, Altamont ended up beating this team. And so they worked the whole season to get back. But then right here, this is the future of Duchesne football.
Yep.
You know, as we were talking earlier, you know, these little guys idolize the guys that are out playing. They can't wait to the day that they're able to be out playing.
And, you know, I think it's a great thing to see all these kids down in the end zone here, being there, supporting the team, and playing, throwing the ball around and wanting to be a part of this.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where it has to start.
It starts from the bottom up.
Yep.
You know, like, you know, this team, like you said, we started coaching them when they were young.
Mm-hmm.
Merlin coached against this team. You know, you coached against this team when they were 6th graders. Yep. They still talk about that game, but they really do talk about that game. I'll tell you what happened in that game is that they started fighting at school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were fighting at school, and so they come to the game and they were mad at each other. and we would beaten you guys twice earlier in that season and just beat you pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they come and they were fighting, and they talk about that game to this day. They're just like, remember what happened in 6th grade?
Yeah. And, you know, we ran about 3 plays in that game. We ran that counter pass that Altamont opened up with. We ran that, the counter, and the lead, and that was about the only 3 plays that we executed. We executed them very well.
Absolutely.
And,
you guys played well.
We played a great game.
You did.
The following week in the Super Bowl, we didn't play quite as well.
Not so good. Looks to me like they got JV guys in a little bit here.
It's going to be Foy and
on the tackle. Maybe not, because there's Kilbasa again. Made the tackle.
They might be able to just line him up out there and let him make a tackle. He plays that special teams very well. He's a senior, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, him and Steve have been playing middle linebacker together since they were 3rd graders. Kenyon just has a little more hair now. Talking to his dad about that, and he just shakes his head. He's like, that kid. He's like, he could be doing way worse things than growing his hair. If that's the worst he does, I'm okay with that.
Split back formation.
Come back.
Hanson's going to throw.
And he made the catch.
Did the catch. That's number 21, and I'm not sure who number 21 is. It's not on the roster. And
not somebody that you can recognize.
No, I don't recognize him out there as who 21 is. It's the first game I've seen him in. I don't know if it's a kid they've switched a number on. Actually, I know who it's Cooper Rust. Cooper normally wears number 70, and they've switched him to 21. So
that's one of AC's kids too.
Yeah, that's AC's kid that's a sophomore. Yep. Benson coming around on the little fly sweep and not going to fool the Eagles.
No, Kilbasa was in there on that one, and Polson, kind of stretch it out. If he cuts back, Kilbasa gets him. If he keeps it up, Polson's going to take him down.
The thing watching a lot of Eagle film the last 4 years, like I mentioned, the last 3 years, the discipline and the willingness to do their job and stay home by the linebackers is amazing for high school kids. The ball's going away from them, and they'll stay home. So anything that comes back
is taken care of.
They're there.
Absolutely.
They do their job. They trust their teammates. And you don't see that in all high school football teams. Little pump fake, going to throw deep. He's got a man open.
Nice catch.
Parker comes back and makes a good catch. That'll be the first down.
Who's that over? Hammond? Yeah, that was a great catch. I mean, it had the guy right in his face and everything. And
Parker has done a really nice job moving out to receiver and making catches like that.
Out of the quarterback position?
Yep,
okay.
Yep, he moved out there. And last week he had a nice interception in the end zone against a big kid. He just went up and was able to grab it.
Well, good for him.
Split formation.
Hey, at least they got across midfield. That's good.
Exactly. Wyatt Jessen looks like he's going to gain a couple.
Going to gain a couple. Betts was in there on that tackle. Oh, Bama. I just can't. That's just what I know him by. That's just what I know him by.
Actually, that's 7.
Either that or sunshine, because he worked at the pool and he had a really good tan.
Really good tan.
Had a really good tan this year, and it looked like sunshine off of the. Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh,
I just
sunshine.
lost that. I'd like to have a sunshine move in. Like
yeah,
that.
no kidding.
Little trap.
Who was that? Polson make that tackle? Yep. Polson over there. Like I said, once again, very disciplined. Weston was right where he needed to be.
Well, and their defensive linemen help them out, because you notice they usually don't have to get off of blocks to make a play. Their defensive linemen eat those guards up,
Absolutely.
so the guards can't get out there and
get to them.
So that helps. You got to give those big guys up front credit. Just out in front of Parker Rust.
Is that Parker? He's not very big, is he?
No. Parker is not real big.
He didn't get any of his dad's size, did he?
No, he didn't. But if you measured it on heart, he's a giant.
That's the kind of kid that you're looking for right there.
Yeah, exactly. If you were to just go by heart alone, he's a giant. So Longhorns with nothing to lose, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Now they're back to punt.
Oh, never mind. They're going to punt. I didn't see Hanson. The wall here had me blocked off, so Giles will field. He's running
get to the
laterally,
outside.
and he's going to have the corner.
And he's going to make a good block here, and he, nope, not going to break it. You can get to the 45 though.
Cooper Russ there
before he's taken down. But you know, that's one of the things that Coach Cowan works on so much. You know, we tried to work on that too with our little guys as special teams, getting where you need to be, letting the guys pursue and get over. See, I mean, they just let these guys run by.
Watching this replay, they do a great job of
and then getting up there,
setting
the
that
wall. Absolutely.
Great job.
You know, they push everybody in, but okay, you've got this guy, and you're going to push him out. Everybody else, you're going to push in.
You know, a lot of your very successful college and pro teams, they beat you in special teams. It's a part of the game. There's offense, there's defense, and there's special teams.
Very important part of the game.
I mean, one score here, the block punt that they recovered, and then the punt return, it set up 2 scores for the Longhorn or for the Eagles against the Longhorns. So
No gain on the play.
Skew's got that one not going anywhere.
That was Cody Miles on the tackle for the Longhorns.
How is the size for Altamont? I mean, they don't look super big.
Their size is okay.
Is it?
They have some decent sized kids. It just, I don't want to use the excuse of numbers, but a lot of it is numbers when you have just
not sure what happened there.
Is he going to fumble on there? Here he goes. Yep.
Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Spencer just didn't get it, and Russell Mitchell, the junior middle linebacker, jumped right on it. It just come off of Spencer's hands on the snap. So
a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers.
Not a good, super good game going that way.
No,
as far
I'm sure
as
Coach Cowan is not pleased about that, and we'll probably have something to say at halftime.
You know, and you look right down here, you know, but the thing, you know, we've got Lamborn's been our center, and so we got a new center in there, and if you look down here on the sidelines, they're practicing on those.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Wyatt able to break a tackle,
and Jack Roberts was in there, just about had him, slowed him down, and let, you know, everybody else come up and make the tackle. So they're starting to get a few younger guys in there that I see. Number 59, Carson Robbins, he's a sophomore. He took his cousin Kenyon, number 54's place, at middle linebacker. You know, and they're bringing Chad out. So they're going to start putting some of the younger guys in and getting some good playing time.
Well, and I'm sure these younger guys have watched and have learned as Jessen will get a few yards.
Gatlin Thompson come in on the tackle on this. It's kind of nice, you know, having you here, Merlin, somebody from the other team that knows the kids. You know, I know names, but I don't know numbers and things like that, so I can focus kind of on the defense and you do the offense, and so it's been
nice not to have to be staring at the roster to be able to do that. So yeah, we'll have to make this a yearly tradition.
We can do that. So. Well, I'm going to bring a heater when we go up there next year. How's that sound?
It's been not too bad in the booth.
I'm a big fan of the booth.
Yeah, me too. There's a high snap. Pressure. Hanson gets it away and going to be intercepted again, intended for Rust. But
Ammon Grell comes up with that. No offense to anybody that's watching for Ammon, but all of his teammates, all the coaches say 99% of the time he doesn't make that catch because he is pretty good at knocking them down. So,
well, Hanson throws a nice ball, and he made a good catch there, and Russ tried to strip it away, and he did a good job of hanging on to it. So
yeah, he did. So this is you know, the worst field position that the Eagles have had.
See if the Longhorn can
5-yard
maybe get
line.
a turnover or something.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of those, as we mentioned.
Been a lot of turnovers in this game. Uh-oh. Looked like a
little bit of movement
early there. So we'll take care of this penalty. Let's thank some more of our sponsors. Ashley Regional, Ashley Regional is a strong supporter of the local teams here in the Basin. Ashley Regional is now a Level 4 trauma center and has recently been designated as chest pain accredited. Hopefully everybody stays healthy tonight. No trips to the hospital. That'd be terrible.
Don't need any need for that tonight, hopefully.
No.
Is right.
So 2nd and 15 from about just inside the 5. Brought down. They might get a safety right here. It looks to me like that's right on the
line.
Right on the goal line, isn't it? Like right about the 1 foot line.
That was Cooper Rust in there on the tackle. So that's close. I mean, it is right on the goal line.
Yeah, it is. I got a bunch of the younger guys in there right now. I see all the big linemen. I think they're kind of jonesing to try and get in there and get it out of at least get it out of the end zone.
Going to run a little sweep, and he's going
to
be brought down. That's Carter Arnold, just a sophomore for the Longhorns with the tackle, but they will at least give him room to punt.
Yeah, absolutely. So third and 9.
You say Young's the speedster that plays safety, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember his brother McCoy. That's his little brother out there. McCoy just recently got married, so I'm sure he's probably here watching little brother, making sure that he lives up to the same number. So he goes in motion. Oh, ball's on the ground. Looks to me like Altamont picks the ball up.
That's Cooper Rust on it, so that'll be great field position for the Longhorns.
See what happened here. I think just watch the replay here and see what happened. I think he just
handed off. He just didn't get it.
No, that's the Ford boy,
just
Skyler.
It was there. Looked like it might have been a little high and come off the shoulder pads.
Yep.
But
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We'll see if the Longhorns can punch it in here.
With 1:20 left to go, we'll see what they can do. They put the main defense back in. I think they're going to try and go for the shutout, but here comes up the middle.
It's McKay Foy. McKay will slip a tackle and still moving, driving those legs.
You know, we've got Officer Appreciation Night tonight. All see. I mean, if tonight, not saying go out and make a crime, but if you were going to, all the police officers from the county are here tonight. You know, but we're sure grateful to have them.
It's a great thing
it is
to be able to show our appreciation with things that are going on in our country right now. With that, I'm so grateful to live in an area where we have great officers.
Absolutely.
And we can appreciate them.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said,
and that ball's on the ground.
On the ground too.
I think he may have recovered it. One of the linemen there recovered it.
To me, like Steve and McKay were about to get into a wrestling match out there.
Russell Mitchell, the right guard, able to get on that.
Watch this here, Steve and McKay get a little extra here. Steve's going to go for a cradle.
They in the same weight class?
No, I think Steve's quite a bit bigger than McKay. Yeah. Got 13 seconds in the half. See if they're going to. I bet they go quarterback sneak.
Wouldn't be surprised. Yep. And it's going to be close.
Did they get in? I don't think so.
See a signal. They better get a timeout though.
Ooh, they didn't get it, but they did
get
a
touchdown. So no need for the timeout with the touchdown there. So Hansen able to squeak it in there. All 6'1" of his frame.
Is that Hansen?
Yep, number 25, the quarterback. There was good penetration there. I think they got a generous spot.
I do too.
I think they did.
I don't make up for the 7-yard penalty or the 7-yard penalty.
Definitely, we'll take it. When it means points, we'll take it.
So who's the kicker then?
We don't have one. Oh, they're going to try. Whoa.
Where'd this come from?
This is new. This is something new.
This is Hansen, huh?
This is Hansen. He's going to try kicking.
This is new.
This is new. This is the first time this year, and you can probably see why. So penetration, and that will be a block. So.
Wow. Yeah, he. My goodness.
Yeah, they were right in there. That was.
in the middle of the field. At the 50-yard line.
Can we get a replay on that one? I would like to see that. I'm not even sure who. There was a whole bunch of them that
I think
were in there.
Verduzco was one of them, but
Boy, they got a.
they
Oh,
all
wow.
came
Somebody
through.
didn't even get touched here. Verduzco was in there. I'm not sure who the other one was. Oh, it's Kilbassa. That was Kenyon.
yeah, a couple of them came in untouched, like you said. On that left side, they just blew
they
through.
did. So while we're waiting for the kickoff, I'm thanking another sponsor, Moon Lake Electric. Owned by the people they serve, Moon Lake was a cooperative, not privately owned, providing power to the area since 1938. Find them and like them on Facebook. The Savage Trucking family, you know, it's a good thing to have these sponsors. I mean, and a story like Savage starting out with one truck, and now look at them.
I was up in Sydney, Montana about a month ago for work, and Savage has got a humongous
Fleet
rail
up there.
station.
Oh, really?
Up there.
A rail station. Wow.
Where they haul ship Bakken crude out of there. I mean, it was massive. So I mean, they're everywhere.
They are, and you know, and then to come and sponsor the local high school sports is a great thing
It is a
for
great
us.
thing.
So I'm just going to go ahead and bet that they squib kick this, get into halftime,
Yeah.
and get back.
I don't think
Get
we've
back after.
I don't think we've kicked the deep kickoff for at least 4 years. Because
Oh, really?
I always said I did not want to get beat on special teams. If the defense got beat, okay,
But not on special
not on
teams.
special teams was my philosophy, and
And that's going to go out of bounds.
so that'll give them. They'll
So
probably
that's-
make them kick it again.
I don't know.
Either that or run one play.
Run one play and try and go deep. Or something. I'm not exactly sure what they might do here. Oh, wow. Here's a few stats that we got that the guys in the trailer have sent up to me. So we'll go over those at halftime. But it looks like they are. You're right. They're going to make them re-kick. I think another sponsor, the Aggies, Utah State University here in the Basin. Being Aggie, no matter what, where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 words, renowned words, Utah State University. Visit them at visit Uinta Basin USU EDU for details. Glad to have the Aggies out here in the Basin. So we'll see what happens here on the kick.
That's
And
going
it's
to
going
go
to
out
go out of bounds again.
And the ball goes out of bounds again.
Kenyon about took his quarterback out trying to get to it. I don't know that I've seen that 2 kicks in a row out of bounds.
No. And from Hansen's reaction, I don't think he was trying to even get it to that side of the field. So. But we'll do it again.
Well, Kenyon just wanted the ball to try and return it.
Yeah.
That's just Kenyon's attitude.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Moving back again, kicking from the 30 this time.
Of course, you don't have your normal front line guys up there because you got Mortensen and a bunch of
There's a bunch of hands
single-digit
team.
numbers guys up front. So
Yep.
they know the short squib kick's coming.
That was better, but that's probably not who he wanted it to go
Kick
to.
it off of Giles' foot. He will recover again, contain, gets sucked inside, but Lane Benson does a nice job pulling him down. I think there is going to be a face mask penalty
So that
there, so
might-
they
get
should
at
get a
least-
run of play.
At least one offensive
Yeah.
play, huh?
They will run one play.
Is that what? I'm sure that had to have been what
Yeah.
it was.
No.
Oh no,
Called blocking the back.
Okay, so
Nope.
that'll just take it right into.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
should
Altamont will decline that.
decline that. That'll should go to halftime.
Yep. Make them
Kick
kick it
it
again.
And their Eagles are headed in, so
Yeah, we're gonna decline it.
that'll score at halftime. Duchesne 39, Altamont 6. We'll go ahead and go back for a break.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
All right, both teams lining up over underneath the, is that the Eagle Arch or?
Yeah, I guess. You have to check out our new little.
And so the officers coming through that, both teams lining up, saluting them. And they're going to come out, I believe, right about to midfield where our Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts have collected some food or different items, water, granola bars and stuff for the officers to put packs together that if they come upon an accident, they'll be able to give people some food and water while they're there, or situations where they need to bring children or something out of a home and have stuff to be able to give to those families. And this is both the Altamont and Duchesne Scouts working together for this.
You know, this is such a great thing, and as you mentioned earlier, with all the turmoil that's going on in our country, I'm just so happy that we can have something like this and have good officers. You know, I know probably 80% of them out there, good guys, and
they're people we've grown up with.
Absolutely.
I mean, and anytime we're in need, that's who we call.
That's who we call, and you can feel good calling them.
Yeah.
You can feel that you're going to be treated fairly, and you know, I'm sure some of these young kids that are out speeding around don't think they're getting treated fairly, but it'll.
Yeah.
You know, we're lucky to live where we do.
We are very lucky, extremely lucky, and we're lucky to have great leaders as we see these leaders out here of these young scouts, and many of them, most of them are women and doing a great job of teaching these young scouts.
The young men, absolutely. You know, going to the football, the rivalry's there, the two towns, but in the scheme of things, this is really what's important.
And you know, if anything were to ever happen in either community,
the other one's right there to back
would be
them
the
up.
first one right there.
Absolutely.
And that's really what it's all about.
So this is pretty cool.
Let's give him another hand.
You can hear the crowd. You know, we've got them.
For you, and we want you to know that we appreciate your efforts and you and your family's sacrifice for us. Thank you very much. One more time, let's give them a hand as they leave.
For sure.
Give them a hand, absolutely.
Looks like they're going to take the bags and stuff they've put together out for them. They got several wagons over here with the leaders and other scouts hauling stuff out.
Thank our scouts.
What a great thing to have.
Yeah, that is great to see them out there doing that.
Now the team's going to go through. The Eagles have kept their team out on the field and going to go through and shake all their hands. And some of them were like, man, I wish you wouldn't have given me that ticket.
Exactly. But appreciative of the service that they provide. And
you know, and they're Brandon, Officer Adams, he's the one that's over the schools and is in the schools all the time. And I'm a really good friend with Brandon. And he loves being in the schools, you know, and he's the one that I get most of my information from about Altamont and all the good things that are going on up there. And he's pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
So, well, this is a good thing. We'll just go. We've got kind of a long halftime, so let's go over just a little bit of it, and then we'll go into our halftime show. But some of the stats: Duchesne had a long punt return, and then Skews had a rushing touchdown. How far was that one? Just a 5-yard run. That was the one that was
That was one
inside
off
the
of the
5.
punt return, yeah.
Yeah, and then Altamont, fumble, Duchesne. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll go to the highlights here. Okay, so we got a long punt return.
This will be the punt return.
Which was by Polson right here to set up the touchdown for Skews. So that wall that we talked about.
Good blocking there by the Eagles.
And if that's Giles, he smokes that one.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch him. So
You
here
know
comes Skews and the one where he just kind of hesitated and gets in the end zone. The fumble recovery, he gets taken down. The Longhorns. Who was that? 59?
It was it was Brothers 66
Andrew.
that we can
Okay.
come up with the recovery.
And then Lewis goes the interception there. I thought he was going to pitch it right there.
Yeah.
And then Giles with his little touchdown just following Polson right in there. I love how he runs with his hand right on his back. Another interception here. This was Grell on the reverse, that they've been practicing or waiting for. And then Polson right up the middle again. Same touchdown that Skew scored on.
Giles once again.
He just scoots it.
He is quick.
He is quick once he gets through. And then here's the block punt return that Gatlin picks up and runs in and then kept the ball.
There's
the screen pass to Mortensen. And he's fast.
He looks like
too.
he runs well too.
He does. He's just a good one.
That's a nice block downfield.
Here's a long pass that was a great catch. I mean, not super terrible defense, but just a great catch.
Here's the interception as they tried to go deep once again.
Yep.
Grell
Picks the one that he doesn't catch very often. And then right at the last play of the half where he sneaks in, and I think that he got it. Like I said, it may have been
close.
Generous, but I think that he did.
It was close. So.
We think about you.
So,
Thank you very much.
you know, those are our halftime, our stats, our replays. So let's go to our sponsors here at halftime and thank them again and watch and see who's bringing this to us.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Hey guys, we're back on the field. Still got festivities going on here. We have senior night here. There's 11 or 13 seniors on this team, so it's taken quite a while out there. But such a super good group of kids, and the support from these parents. I mean, like I said, you know, going back to third, fourth grade when we started coaching these guys, we've always had such a good support group, which has made it really good to keep this team together and playing well.
That's what it takes is a bunch of kids together and working hard. And I've seen a lot. I've heard multiple times now the kids mention thanks to the coaches for pushing them in the weight room.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's where it happens. You can have great athletes, and other teams will beat great athletes because of the weight room if they've worked hard in that weight room, especially in close games. That fourth quarter.
It shows.
It shows.
It absolutely does, you know. And Coach Cowan has got these guys in the weight room throughout the entire summer, 3 nights a week. And he goes in, he's got a whiteboard, and he says, this is the workout that you will do. You know, he's got his freshmen and sophomores lifting together, juniors and seniors, and while the one's lifting, the other ones are out on the field doing agility drills and stuff like that. Just Coach Cowan has just changed the attitude in the community towards football. I mean, Coach Cowan and his wife have just been such great addition to this community, you know, and they love it here. His wife grew up in Southern California, huge city, and now she's like, no, I've talked to her. She's like, there's no way I would ever want to go back and live like that again.
Yeah. You know, as several years ago, when I was coaching at Union, our first game of the year was against Duchesne, and they come over and they nearly beat us. They were actually beating us at halftime. We ended up winning the game, and it was basically because we had more players and
more depth.
And so we had more depth, and we had some really good players. But that was the first year that Kobe Knight was here, and I think Kobe. It has been a while. It was in '99. And I think Kobe deserves some credit because he started to change that idea and get kids into the weight room, and then Jerry come in and just really put it into high gear.
You know, but the thing is Coach Cowan is there, and some of those first teams before him and his wife were married and stuff, he would have kids come over and they would have like Madden tournaments and stuff like that. And I sit back, you know, I haven't been around Coach Cowan a whole lot while he's coaching because I've always been with the younger kids. But this year I've been able to be around him, and I just love watching him coach because I've never been around somebody quite like him. The way that he watches practice, the way that he watches films, the way that he does everything is, and he is intense. And I mean, he can get on these kids, but they know that he loves them. He absolutely loves these kids.
And he's getting on them to make them better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that, like I said last week watching the game, is they're winning big. And he is out there coaching hard and letting kids know that you can't take this play off.
No,
don't look up there at that scoreboard. You do your job.
You're playing this play right now. And the funny thing about Coach Cowan is when he gets nervous, he starts licking his fingers. And we tease him about it. I mean, behind his back, obviously.
Yeah.
He's too big to tease in front of him. But it's so funny to watch him get intense, licking his fingers and wiping them on his pants. And he's just a super, super good coach. And he's had some offers from some big schools to go coach. And he's like, no, I like it in Duchesne. I think I'll just go ahead and stay there.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, me as a parent, as somebody in the community, way happy that he's decided he's just going to go ahead and stay here.
Yeah.
To make this night possible.
So, we've still got just under 6 minutes, so we'll go ahead and turn it over to the guys down in the trailer.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
All right. Thank you, Duchesne High School Talons. Having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. Okay, we'll get you a little bit of music and we'll enjoy the lap.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
All right, folks, hey, we're back. Getting ready for the start of the second half here in Duchesne. The Eagles are up 39-6. We just had our officer appreciation with both communities absolutely pitching in to support our officers. And then senior night, we had a long halftime, which
Takes a while when you got a lot of seniors.
It does. And if you're a parent of one of those seniors, it's the greatest thing ever. If you're up in the booth and freezing, not the greatest thing in the whole world.
Well, if you're an uncle, you better be proud of that, too.
I'm pretty proud of that kid. I really am. Yep. So, but we'll see. Looks to me like Coach Cowan is probably going to pull these starters out. I see Steve over there that looks to me like now he is just officially turned into the stat boy, taking his little brother's place. Some of the younger guys are in. Yep, I see that. So looks like some of the younger guys are going to be getting some playing time the rest of this half, and probably the starters are going to be sitting.
And that's a good thing for them, as the playoffs will be up next week, and you never know when playoffs come around if you can get these kids in a game. So
yeah, yep. Better pick that up. Dallas Stewart's going to pick that one up. He's going to cut up.
Have a good return. It'll be Cooper Rust on the tackle.
And the clock just died on us again, and so we're not exactly sure how much time. Well, 11:40. Oh, they're going to go a 10-minute quarter. The officials actually have got the time. So this clock, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be pretty tough for them to keep time down there.
Back judge will keep it on the field.
That one didn't go very far. You got Brock Ford in at quarterback. He's the freshman, and that was his twin brother that he just handed it off to, Skylar Ford, in that wing tee.
Brotherson and Miles, Andrew Brotherson and Cody Miles in on the tackle.
So this ought to be, this will be a lot better game the second half. See what happens here. You know, get these guys in with some good time, some good field time. So he's going to run that counter right up the middle and not going anywhere.
That was Brotherson again.
Andrew on that. Yeah, if you want to watch Coach Callum get intense, you just watch him right now. He's going to be getting after these guys because he expects so much out of them.
And that's, you know, young kids will rise to the level of what is expected of them.
Absolutely. You know, all these years of coaching and stuff like that. We see some teams where they didn't expect much out of their kids and they didn't get it.
Yep. And the throw, that's a nice ball. Going to be intercepted, however.
Pass is intercepted by number 1, Lane Benson.
Benson on the coverage. It was intended for, I think that was Lopez, number
Carlos
7.
Lopez, yep.
So Lane Benson drops back and able to turn around and get the interception. Arnold was also there for the Longhorns, but it'll be Longhorn ball just on
their side,
Duchesne's side of midfield,
on the 49-yard line. So we'll see how their defense does against this here.
I formation. Hanson under center. And he will give to the first back through, I believe that's Foy.
Picked up about 4 on that
Actually,
play.
I think that's number 8, John Johnson.
That's a name I don't recognize.
John's a junior.
Yep.
I believe it's just his second year playing football. He came out last year. And
oh, good.
Playing some fullback right here now.
Good. You know, it's good to see Andrew back out on the field. He
yes.
hasn't played for quite a few years.
Yeah, I told him once your supposed favorite uncle quits coaching, you come back out to play. So maybe I wasn't his favorite uncle.
That might tell you something
It might for sure.
So they try to get a little bit to the outside and picked up about 1 on the play. So it'll bring up a third and 5.
It's Wyatt Jessen on that carry. Again, a good job by the Eagles stringing that out. They do a nice job on those sweeps.
They've got some pretty good speed. I mean, the seniors were surprisingly fast for what we lost last year. I think they're just about as fast as they were last year. And these young kids are pretty quick, too. So right up the middle, there's
I think that's Foy back in there.
I mean, he's not going to make much.
So bring up 4th down.
Yeah, like I said, I've been out of town working all week. I just barely got back today. But the guy's working with my father-in-law, Lewis's dad. He's like, yeah, last week when we got all of the varsity out and started playing against Wayne, that was a way better game. He's like, it mentally kept score from that game, and it was a good game. You know, we scored 3 touchdowns, they scored 2 touchdowns, so it was a good game.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that here too.
Gonna go for it on 4th down.
Gonna pass.
Hanson's gonna throw deep. He's got a man open, and it's just gonna be over the outstretched arms of Parker Rust. So it'll turn it over on downs.
You know, right here, this game may be played between the 30s.
It could be
right here, which is a good thing. It's fun to watch that kind of football.
Just got a score update from Nephi. Juab 42, the Union Cougars 0. So if you take Duchesne out of the equation, the Basin teams have scored 6 points tonight, other than Duchesne. Oh, I lied. 49-14. Wasatch is up on UNS, so we got 20.
There we go.
Wasatch is up on UNS, 49-14. Juab is up on.
Here comes Dakota Young. He's going to make that cut right up the middle. Pick up About
It's
5.
going to be a,
Got a
be a pink flag. I bet that's going to be either a horse collar or a face mask.
That's what I'm thinking.
See what comes up, a gain of about 6 on the play.
See what they have. Pretty good run by Dakota. The flag was thrown right at midfield. Personal foul, face mask.
Face mask, yep.
That'll bring up first.
We'll make it first down. We'll advance it to. They go from that spot. Should be about the 35. Yep.
That's never a good thing when the official
No.
comes walking right through the middle of you.
No.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Yep.
Casey Giles just let me know we also missed one coach, Coach Rick Coyle, as we introduced him. Thank you, Casey.
So Ford under center and Ford in the backfield.
Again, shaking her head.
See what we got going here. He's going to give it to his twin brother right up the middle, and he's probably going to score right here. Touchdown, Skylar Ford from the 35-yard line.
Sounds like Ford's going to be a name we're going to need to remember.
That's going to I got a story about them.
They're both good-sized kids for
they
only
are,
being
for
14
being
years
freshmen.
old.
Yeah,
Wow.
they are. I'm going to write this down, writing a few notes here. But Coach Cowan, I was talking to his wife the other day, and he's originally from Moab, and he coached here for a couple of years, and then he took a couple of years off and went back to Moab. And while she was down there, she was a kindergarten teacher down there also, and she had a couple of twin boys in her class that are freshmen this year. And here comes Dakota Young to the outside, and he's going to get to the
use
corner.
that speed.
Yeah, he's quick.
Dakota Young with the point after, scores 2. That will move the score.
But they went back down there, and our C team went down there and played them this year. And Kim asked Jerry, how's those two twins down there? He goes, I'll take my two twins up here. Yeah, so yeah, they are. They're good. They're something pretty special, those two. So
Yeah, that's something to definitely look forward to, and especially with, Young, just a sophomore that scored the point after, Mortensen, a sophomore. So, the cupboard is definitely not bare.
No, it's not. They always say, are you going to be in a rebuilding year? Absolutely not. Here we just reload.
Well, and Spencer, your quarterback's just a junior as well.
Yeah, and then you it's Polson and Johnson, and you got some good kids coming back next year. Jack Roberts on your line, but it's tough to replace 13 seniors.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
You've got a good start with these kids getting as much experience as they've been able to get, varsity experience, because there is a difference between
JV and varsity
experience.
Absolutely.
Even if it's late in the game, it's varsity experience.
Oh, I got my kid in there this time, and
He's the biggest one out there, you said, right?
Yes, he is.
A good run back there.
Yes, that was out to the 40.
Out to the 42-yard line.
He didn't do much on that play. So, but let's thank another one of our sponsors, Robinson Dental. Proud to sponsor VTV's coverage of high school football. Your mouth determines your overall health. At Robinson Dental and Implants, they will ensure that you have a healthy smile. Call today to schedule one of our many services. Robinson Dental. One of the other smaller kids out there is number 64, Dylan Moon. But like you said about the Russ kid, as far as heart, that dude is the biggest kid. That is the biggest player on the field, number 64. So there goes Jessen. He's going to break
one
up.
Tackle, he can cut back. Pickups look like about 3 or 4.
There's a lot of running
there
for that many yards.
3 yards.
Yes, there was. I think that kid is strong as Wyatt is. He just turns his shoulders and lowers it. He's going to be pretty straight up right there.
Yeah.
Running.
He's when he was a sophomore, when he was a freshman, he was wiry.
Yeah. That's one stout boy.
Yeah.
Wrestling one time, I asked Wyatt, I said, how'd you get all them muscles? I don't know. Farm work. That's what, hauling hay.
That's a typical Wyatt answer. Oh.
I was going to say, does he talk much more to you guys?
That's about it.
Okay.
That's about it. Nice run there as he cuts back.
Not going to quite pick up the first down. He's going to be a little bit short, about a yard short, I think. A whole slew of Eagle tacklers there. I'm not going to give any numbers out because I think they were all there. Oh, that's the quarter.
Wow.
That was a fast one.
That was a fast quarter.
So we'll go to the end of the third right there. We're
The Longhorn 6, your Duchesne Eagles
47-6 at the end of the third. We'll go ahead and take a quick break.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
all right. We're back for the start of the fourth quarter. It's going to be they're out there switching sides of the ball. I mean, the ball didn't move anywhere.
It didn't.
But they just switched sides of the ball.
But they came out and they hadn't originally. Both teams took their same place. So Carter Arnold in at quarterback now for the Longhorns. Oh.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he's
He's going to break
the
the tackle.
outside.
That's Johnson.
And the ball's on the ground, and the Eagles.
No,
I don't know
Longhorns,
who came up with it. Do
the
you?
Longhorn came in late and recovered
Picked it up.
Yeah.
He's the one that.
I think it was number 9. That's Webb, Hunter Webb.
Hunter Webb.
Another big guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, him and Kell. They're pretty big boys out there.
Good run, just popped right out. Hunter, Johnny on the spot, able to recover.
There you go. I like Hunter.
He's
a good kid.
Good kid. I'll say that about all of them.
Oh,
They're all good kids. They really are.
Both teams are just great kids. I mean, the communities that we live in just raise great kids.
They do. They do. Arnold will take the snap and give to Johnson. He'll slip a tackle. That's Foy.
Foy.
So
Okay.
Foy staying in at fullback and slips a tackle.
Carson Robbins in on that tackle, a sophomore. And I think our sponsors, B&D RV, is proud to sponsor VTV's coverage of local high school football. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, B&D will assist you in your purchase. Stop in and visit them. They're in Main Street in Vernal. Gonna get to the
toss.
Oh, Ford was right in there, just a little bit slow. Just about had him.
Ball carrier number 11, Sorensen, another freshman.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Caden Sorensen. Looked like he was going to have a pretty decent gain and got grabbed from behind and pulled back.
Ford got in there. He when we went out and played Layton Christian, which was a pretty good game at the first. Important plays. I mean, 3rd and 5 or something like that, and they had both Ford boys in at defensive end, which I was shocked. Comes a pass here. He's going to throw it down. It's going to. Sergio. I think that's who that is. Yep, Sergio. I get him and Carlos mixed up because I didn't coach him.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, all right, I know it was one of those two. So fourth
down and about 8. Yeah, the Layton Christian game we played out there was when we were having all that rain out here and the flooding. It was raining bad out there.
Oh,
that
really?
field was I thought it was going to fall off the side of the hill.
That field is a little spooky.
Yeah.
Comes a deep pass down the middle, and Oh, he just about come up with that.
Man, that's Heston Murdoch, freshman tight end. We'll turn it over on downs.
Braden Johnson, a kid that did a little Altamont schooling up there. You guys all know Braden.
Yes.
Come in with the defense. And
that was a nice play there.
oh, I think he would have come up with that if he wouldn't have took his eye off the ball.
But again, like we say, varsity experience,
Is
that'll
huge.
help you.
Absolutely.
And as a freshman, it's probably the first time he's ever been under the lights to see that. So
it's a tough thing.
It
this
is.
This is good for both teams
it is.
right here.
Experience is good.
Comes Dakota to the outside, and he may scream around. He's got some pretty good lead blockers and
nice little
nice
cut
back. Good tackle down there.
Stopped.
Nice run.
That's Johnson in on the tackle for the Longhorns.
7 yards on the play.
So pretty good run there. Started at the 35
22-yard line.
and clear down to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 for the Eagles. Nice.
That kid is quick.
Oh, he is. And I was glad to see number 59 not hold. Coach Cowan I went up to Rich when we played up there in the JV game, and Carson come out on one of those, and he hit a guy, grabbed him, pulled one down, and he's like, he goes, I don't even have to ask which number it was. I know it was Carson. It cracks me up. Oh, there goes Ford up the middle again, and he's going to score again.
That's just good balance, you know. He grabbed an ankle, and he just took a short little you don't coach that.
You can't. I mean, those kids are just
ability.
Freaky good athletes at that age.
That is, I mean, uses his hand. That's a good run. Like the way he keeps the ball tucked away for a freshman. That is impressive.
Yeah, and for being the youngest kids on the field.
Yeah. You would never guess that.
There's some kids in their class that are close to a year older than them. I asked her mom one time. I was just like, why didn't you hold them kids back? They're just like,
she was ready to get those twin boys out of the house.
Twin boys. There comes Dakota Young again. He's going to cut up and
going to get in. Ooh, ball comes out.
But he give it to him.
He was in,
so he made it in.
That'll make it 55 to 6.
That'll make it score Altamont 6 and Duchesne 55.
So 55 to 6 with, I have no idea
I
how
have
much
no
time's
clue
left.
either.
Not sure how
They could go game over anytime.
So while we've got a second here, I'm just going to run through all of our sponsors. L&L Motor. We all know L&L, the Labrams. Mike over there, Strata and VTV help bring these to us. Ashley Regional, great supporter of local teams. Moon Lake and Electric, been here since the 30s. Savage, we've heard their story, starting with one truck, and now, like you said, you were up in Montana.
Yep, up in Sydney.
Seeing those guys. Utah State University. Says we are Utah State University, earn a degree in business education, nursing, natural resources, many more areas. Study at USU Uinta-Basin. Visit them online at Uinta-Basin USU EDU for details. Robinson Dental. We all know a great smile goes a long ways. And B&D RV, deer hunt's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of people use their campers and then put them away after the deer hunt.
Yep.
So if you need help doing that, B&D is there to help out.
Whether it's your first or last, they say.
Come see them.
See them.
So, like I said, I got no idea. The clock last night up in Altamont did the exact same thing.
That's going to be a short kickoff, going to bounce.
So that's
Johnson.
Oh, Colin. Here comes Kale. Number 3 come up with the tackle there. It was a floater today. Boy, he's big, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You can be a proud papa.
3 and 44, both Skews boys, those two are my nephews right there.
Oh, okay.
Looks like they're both staying in.
Dylan Taylor looking sharp down there.
So which one's yours?
Number 3.
3's yours?
Yep, 3's mine, and 44 is John's. Yep, 43 and 44 are John's. So we'll see how things go. This was probably just a replay of last night's game.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh,
ball's on the ground.
Ball came loose.
See, I think Altamont picked it back up. 75. Who's that?
75.
I don't even see.
That is actually
Ren?
It's Ren Taylor, number 74.
I know Ren
what
quite
he's on
well.
The roster. Yeah,
I know Ren quite well too.
Yeah, it's Ren.
What a clown.
You know, I went. There's a story about Ren, but I'll save that.
Gonna come right up the middle. Ooh, nice.
That's,
Good run.
you know, and it says number 8 is Johnson, but I think this might be number 18, Braden Montgomery. Yeah, Braden Montgomery, I think, is wearing that number.
Braden started out here in Duchesne.
Yeah.
I like Braden. I can tell that's Ren right there.
Yeah. I think that's Montgomery is who that is, wearing 8.
Wearing 8's Braden?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He grew a lot. I think there must be something in the water up in Altamont because when he left here, he sure grew a lot.
The way he runs, that looks like him.
I think so too.
Normally wears 18, but I think he's wearing 8 tonight.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, I just got a breeze coming down from the top.
It's a little cool up there.
Picked up 9 on the play. Johnson did. He a couple years ago, I can't remember what grade he was in. First play, we were playing up in Altamont when he was down here. Broke his collarbone.
Oh.
Gonna give it to him again.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. Until they can stop him, I'd keep it going again.
Ran hard.
Yeah, he is. He's running real hard.
Johnson running hard. Another first down for Altamont. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Trying to see a face. Actually, that is Johnson. That is John Johnson.
It is?
When I saw the face, that 8 is John Johnson. Yep. I just saw the face there. So
okay.
That is.
Gonna give it outside to 11.
Sorensen. Yeah, when they showed that close-up, it is indeed
That was
John.
him, huh?
Yep, it is.
I think Riker Blackburn was in on the tackle there.
Blackburn on the tackle.
Or at least he got up off the bottom of the pile. He may have got run over, but he was there.
Not a bad thing to be that last guy to get up.
Not a bad thing at all.
And announcers will see you. Arnold's going to give to Johnson again, and Johnson running hard. But the Eagles close quickly.
I have no idea. It says a minute here. Who
knows?
Who knows? The officials are keeping time on the field, so it's anybody's guess out there. As soon as the whistle blows, we'll know that was it.
Yep. And that give up inside again. He's going to be pushed back this time. Good penetration by the young Eagles.
Looks like Kel may have been. Dallas Stewart was in on a tackle.
So 4th down, about 7.
Gonna have to go for it.
There's a toss to Sorensen. He's
probably not going to make it. Good tackle.
Johnson in on the tackle. He comes away with the ball.
Making the play. Ball will go over on
Johnson
down.
and Stewart. Connor Lisenby, he's another monster out there. Getting texts out here from people just trying to, that aren't.
Eagle ball, 1st and 10. 17-yard line.
So I'm just guessing that the game's getting pretty close to being
over.
over.
It's got to be getting pretty close.
Yep, looks like the victory formation, and just waiting for the official to count time, and looks to me like that's going to be it.
We just had to keep her out of the announcer stand. She was doing something with boogers.
Take a knee and see if they make them do it again or if that's it.
Well, second half was fast,
It was fast.
but it was a lot
Yeah.
more competitive, and which is what you like to see.
Well, and you got a bunch of young kids in there to get that experience, like we talked about.
You know, and going into the playoffs,
Yep.
like you said, a lot of these kids aren't going to get to
No.
play a whole lot more,
No,
and that looks like it. Looks like they're walking off the field.
be it.
So let's go take a break real quick, and we'll come back and for our final wrap up and call it a night.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
To thank Altamont for being good sports, coming down. Travel safely.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368.
All right, folks. Hey, we're back with the final 55-6.
I believe so.
I
Yes.
think so.
They took it off the screen, so there it is, 55
Yep.
to 6.
You know, we're glad. Oh, there's Braden Johnson right there. He must have been hurt. Okay. But anyway, you know, tough night for the Longhorns.
Yes, a good night for the Eagles. They come in and took care of business just like Coach Cowan talked about, and able to do that. And they should be sitting in really good shape as they host. I believe it'll probably be Monticello since Milford beat Monticello last week.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
okay,
that
I
Milford
hadn't
beat
heard.
them. So I think it'll be Monticello that they host, and the Longhorns will make the short trip to Kanab.
Yeah, the short trip. Oh, that's horrible.
It'll be 3 years in a row we've made that.
That trip down there.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
So
You
I'd
know,
rather go there than Diamond Ranch, though.
that's
Not the team, but not necessarily the Kanab. I think is a much better team, but
absolutely.
I don't like playing Diamond Ranch.
Diamond
I
Ranch
just
is a scary team.
It is.
Just for those reasons.
Yep.
You know, so, but you know, good night of football. Hopefully, you know, Duchesne's looking to make a push for the state championship. Plain and simple.
And I think they'll be there. I think it'll be a Duchesne Kanab state
So do I.
championship.
So do
I
I.
really do. If I were a betting man, that's definitely the bet I would place, is those two teams playing in that state championship game.
Me too. You know, and that's what coach is looking for.
Yep.
You know, he expects to be there. You know, it's been a kind of a drought for us in the last couple of years. You know, we got pretty spoiled there for 4 years in a row. But that's what the push has been all year. You know, ever since we got beat last year by them. The push was, let's get back there. We're better than this. We expect more out of you guys.
Did they come up here this year, or did you guys?
No,
go
we went down there and got beat 14-0. Tough.
They're a good team.
They are a
very
good team. We played. My brother was down there. John was down there, and he said that's the worst we played all year against them. You know, and it was kind of like the Altamont game tonight. Duchesne played everything right inside the 20. You know, until the second half, their starting position was never outside of the 20, and they only come up with 14 points. So the defense did their job. Offense struggled. But that's because they are a big, tough team.
Yeah, they are.
So
they're very physical, and like we mentioned earlier, a way to stop that wing tee is with penetration. From the defensive
and
line.
they get that.
And they have that. So, but
you know,
I would suspect those will be the two teams, and
we're looking forward to it. So, well, Marlon, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming down.
It's been a great night.
Then we will call it a night.
Thank you.
Sounds good.